my friends. It is the new moon in Cancer today. It will be exact this evening. And with new moon rituals, I really like to do them within 3 days of the new moon. When the new moon is like exact and the day of the new moon, I like to spend that time just in like really quiet, deep meditation and rest. Obviously, I don't spend the whole day like that. I've got some sessions today, got things to do, but I definitely carve out a little extra time than my normal morning practice to just drop in and be in like stillness, to be in the darkness of the moon. However, once in a while, I get guided to do something differently. So if you are feeling really strongly guided to do your ritual like today or before the moon is exact or when the moon is exact, always honor that, because as much as there are shared experiences along the path of spiritual practice, it is so individual and it's so important that we honor what we feel called to do and how we feel called to practice. So this ritual is less like textbook, like do what I do and get the same things I'm getting for my ritual. But what was dropping in for me, because this new moon is sextiling the points of that solar eclipse we had in Gemini, and then also because of this Cancerian energy with the sun and the moon in Cancer right now. We've got Venus and Mars in Leo. They're about to have a big conjunction next week, which we'll talk more about next week. But there's this energy of like fire and water, really strong, that I'm feeling. And we've got Jupiter in Pisces and Neptune's in Pisces. And so we have a lot of like water. We were in a strong air season for a while there, but right now we've got a lot of water. And if you think about like the capacities of water, it flows, it can hold, it can carry, it can move through and over obstacles. And then that spark of fire, that Venus, what we value, and Mars, where we direct our energy, are really alive in the cosmic atmosphere right now. And so we need to nurture that inner spark of our values and our capacity to act on those values, but move with water. We don't want the water to put out that flame. We want to like have this candle floating on the water, so that they can work together, so that the water can carry that spark of our action and our values towards where it's kind of meant to be, where it's most aligned. So if you are able to get a floating candle, or somehow get, like, it doesn't have to be a floating candle, but a candle or something for you that represents fire. It doesn't actually have to be a flame. It could be something bright red or orange or gold, something for you that represents a spark, that represents the element of fire. And either draw a bath for yourself, or go to a body of water, or just get a bowl of water. And we're going to take that water and like sing to it, honor it, really feel its capacity to be almost like a womb, like filled with amniotic fluid. And like feel this water. If you choose to do a bathing ritual, like get into the water and sing to it. Bless the water, thank it, and really connect with the capacity of water to hold and nurture and keep us in a lighter state, right? When we move into water, there's a lightness, like some of that density of gravity is lifted. And so really connecting with the element of water first as part of your ritual. Obviously, before you drop in, like do whatever you want to do to set your sacred space, whether that's building a grid, pulling a card to guide your intention. You can light incense or Palo Santo, light a candle, whatever you do to set your ritual space. And then you have the water, you sing to the water, you connect with the water. however you feel called to connect with water. And as you're connecting with the water, really just listen. Like, new moons are great times for listening for any guidance or insight, any new awarenesses you can receive about how the element of water can support you in your own life, how you can be more like water, how you can work with the qualities of water. Then bring your awareness to whatever you have that's representing the fire element, whether it's a floating candle or an actual like candle in a candle holder, or a stone that's bright and represents fire for you, whatever that is that represents fire. And do the same thing like that we did with the water. Bring your awareness to the fire, to that element, to that spark, and connect it to your own ability to act on your values, to act with passion and love and heart and enthusiasm and all of that energy. Fire is also very purifying. So there's this like purity of motive, of intention. And if you aren't super clear on what your goals, your dreams, your intentions are, you can also just ask for that clarity to come through, that as the fire and the water work together, even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you will be moved and nurtured and held by the water as you follow the things that light you up. So we're doing this ritual to really harmonize that fire and water, which is great prep work for this big conjunction we have next week, which happens to happen on the feast day of Sarah La Kali, who is in the Divine Feminine Oracle. If y'all have that, you can read about her, but she is a powerful figure of like divine feminine power and teachings and spiritual practice. And so her day is July 13th, which is the day of the conjunction, which is that Venus and Mars conjunction, balancing, harmonizing the yin and the yang, the masculine and feminine, like really transcending these polarities we exist within in service of a greater wholeness, a deeper alignment, a more complete way of moving through the world and moving together as a collective. And so really allowing that support from the water to hold the fire. So once you've connected with that fire element, you're going to place whatever represents fire to you safely in the water in a way that if you are working with actual fire, don't let the fire go out. So if you have to hold the candle, or if it's a floating candle, it can float, but let it be something that can go into the water and still retain its fire. And feel that, like, be with that, just invite and call in your guides, your helpers, call in your team of support, and really ask. The new moons are when we set intentions, and you can bring any other intentions you're working on into your ritual as well, but my intention in this ritual is to ask for the support in harmonizing our fire with our water, in working with these two elements in a way that really allows both of them to support our highest good, the greatest good, and bring greater ease to our journeys, to the unfolding of like that full expression of our souls, truth and happiness and light. And so be with that. Just let the ritual, there's not a specific outcome here. It's just a ritual to call in the support for that integration and that harmonization. So let that happen, and just pay attention to what you feel as you sit with the fire and the water, as you connect with the capacity of water to hold and nurture, and that fire that lights up the darkness. I would recommend doing this ritual either in the evening or in a darker, like if you're going to take a bath, like turn the lights out, really be in that womb-like darker space and feel that, like really almost like recreate the experience of the womb, this spark of life and heart forming within this watery space. This is a really beautiful new moon, and it's a time where we can ask for and receive a lot of that support. So anything you've been struggling with, like, this is the time to, like, let it go, as, like, the moon is in its final moments of waning. Let go. It just intend, say, I want to let go. I want to release the things that keep me from feeling supported. Any blocks, any barriers, anything standing in the way of me feeling so supported, like a child in the womb. Think about that. Like, you're safe, you're protected, you're receiving everything you need through that umbilical cord. You're in this, like, watery place where you get to just develop at the pace that's exactly right for you. We all deserve to move through life that way once we're out of the womb. And we can do that by really inviting in the support of these elements, the support of spirit, and setting that intention for ourselves, asking for it. That's such an important part. That's why ritual is powerful, because we connect with our feelings, our emotions, and our desires, and we literally ask for and enact the things that we are hoping to have unfold in our lives. So that's our new moon ritual. That's my suggestion for the new moon ritual. Let it unfold for you however you feel guided to. If you're needing something different this new moon, then do that. And feel free to share it with us. I love hearing how y'all are exploring and playing with and growing in your own spiritual practice. So I love hearing other people's ritual ideas and the ways they choose to honor themselves. And if you're just feeling like, I need to just veg out in bed this new moon, do that. The biggest thing to do is to just honor what nurtures you. So the simplest new moon ritual is just do what nurtures you. Journal if you want, write an intention if you want, but really, especially because this new moon is in Cancer and it's sextiling this solar eclipse, which is opening a new doorway to new possibilities, new ways of living and being in the world. We're really able to invite in a new experience, a better experience for ourselves of how we receive and feel that nurturing and that ease that water element can help bring us. That sense of, I am held, I am safe, there's space for all of me, and I can just flow with life. So, happy new moon, and I'm sending lots of love out, and I can't wait to hear about your rituals. Bye!